what are the vital signs you as a parent should be looking for with your kids?
You should first look at your child's friend group. If their friends are vaping, then your child is likely vaping as well. Is your child hiding, walking away from you, wheezing, or a dry cough? Do they have strange smells coming from their room?
It can often be a very sweet smell. Again, remember, it's marketed as cotton candy and Skittle flavor. So when you walk into the room, it won't smell like cigarettes or marijuana, but it may smell like candy. It may be sticky and wet feeling in the room. You may notice that the room feels a little damp to the touch. That's the use of large amounts of vape pens with marijuana or just nicotine. The other concern is how easily it's hidden. These could look like a flash drive or shoved into a highlighter. When you see something different, notice it in your child's life. If you suddenly notice that they're carrying around 4 big yellow highlighters where they never used a highlighter in their whole life, they certainly didn't highlight their homework notes, why are they carrying those around? If you suddenly notice that they're carrying a lot of vape pens and they say, well, they're for my friends, they don't want to get in trouble, but they don't have nicotine, don't believe them. You as a parent have the right to ask questions. You have the right to drug screen your kid. You have the right to know what's going on. That's a time to get involved. I can remember a friend of mine came to me not long ago saying that she found a box of vape pens in her son's closet. She was horrified and scared. She didn't know what to do. But her biggest worry was that it was something more than vape pens. Her mind wouldn't let her go fully there, so she said, Brandy, please look at these. My kid is vaping. Maybe he's got nicotine poisoning. And I said, well, do you know that it's just vape? Maybe it could be weed. And she's like, oh no, I don't think he would do that. Well, sure enough, the kid admitted that he had been smoking vapes. He said that it was just nicotine. He gave little bits of amount of truth along the way to his mom and then to us. When I finally got to sit down with him, I was like, let's lay it out here and tell me what's really in here, because I'm going to drug screen you in a minute and I'm going to be able to really see. I'd like to give you the opportunity to tell me the truth. It was then that his mouth just started spilling all the answers. He'd been vaping, he'd been selling, he'd been dealing, he was buying from Snapchat from some guy named Slim. He would meet him in a dark area of their neighborhood and give him $40 and receive vape pens, and then he would distribute them amongst his friends. Imagine if that kid had happened to buy something containing fentanyl in those vapes. He might have died, as well as all of his friends, in just one bad decision. I was just grateful that we got to intervene at that moment. When you see one small sign, start to look for others. Another vital sign that we can be looking out for as parents is when our kid is hiding something as big as vaping or marijuana, they sometimes become irritable or angry, they become highly defensive, they don't really like anyone coming into their space. If your kid suddenly has shifted into some more irritable behaviors or argumentative unnecessarily, that could be a sign that something's going on.